Hi, Smile the Red Songbird in Manhattan, doing part 2 of Dated Up. Michael Buble will still playback Eve to fulfill his real deal. Okay, and I forgot to tell you some things. That's why I'm doing part 2. Example, on this page, it said Google Gutfeld and Avenatti down here near the bottom. I forgot to put in this part. I forgot to read to you this part. And what of the Kavanaugh debacle? Eve thrice, Jesus Christ. This was decided, let's see, 3 times. 3 times the saint, Jesus Christ, was decided based on Baba G's ability to see energy, to see and do conscious-willed energy. Okay, this is a part I forgot to read to you, so now it makes sense. Okay, the next page, I forget over here. I forgot to tell you, let's see. Implied trust, she kept calling me. I did talk and share for her, my mother, Corinne Beatrice, Be Alive, Alice Trice, Energy, Eva Energy. Though, which means, though crippled, run hard as though you're not crippled. Alice Trice was a little girl I tutored in first grade when I was in first grade as well. And she was crippled. One of her legs was smaller than the other because she had contracted polio. But in the schoolyard, when we played games like Tisket or Tasket, and you had to run, Alice ran as though she wasn't crippled. She didn't care how funny she looked or anything. So that's why I said that. Okay, over here, what do we got here? Adam experiences by experiencing Eve's feelings. The world is watching. Now this is when Adam is singing to Eve, but it looks like he's just singing, to everybody or to anybody. So it says the world is watching. They think he's singing to them. Okay, but he's not. He's singing Eve, Soul's daughter's innermost truths. The saint energy, IOUs. You, her, the writer, Mild Red Songbird. That's Eve. That's who he's singing to. Okay, that's on the What is Art page. I have any more? Okay, this is, I think, the one. It might be the last one. On this page, Alette is. Angel, let, Einstein, ask and answer. Angel, L-E-T, let, Einstein, E-I, ask and answer. Okay, so down here, she says, we're decoding this word, melisma. It's Michael's energy, talking about Michael Buble's energy, Michael's energy, will is mild red angels. Okay, so that's simply saying that his decision to not retire is Ma Eve's will, because his will is her will. Get it? Okay. Thought that was important for you to know. All right, so we can move along. It says, I'll leave the camera on. What happened? Went dark. Why did it go dark? I don't know why. Maybe my hand was on it or something. Okay, so I'll leave the picture while I read. My daughter Robin sent me that. She believed she could. I believe in you is what Robin wrote. You know how much that touched me? Oh my God, to know my daughter believes in me. Oh, she's going to be the first black queen of England. I was the first, Elizabeth I, the Queen of England, called the Virgin Queen. So she's following in her mother's footsteps. Your sea arts match my he arts. Women love Michael Buble, Adam, because he is singing their reality, their emotional, unconscious to some extent, state, because they are copies and in some cases projection of Eve, and he is singing Eve's experience to her, to let her know that he feels her, that he is feeling what Eve is feeling. He sings, when I feel that you feel that, the way I feel, is when I fall, that way too, is when I fall in love with you. She can feel, watching him, that he is sincere, that he is actually really feeling her feelings, that he's stating musically, singing. So she is letting herself fall in love with him because she knows, because he loves her, she is safe with him. And he knows because she is stating directly and publicly how she feels about him, singing how she feels about things and people, including him, that he is safe and can remain safe, letting himself love her completely. He said to Eve on Alan Carr's show, you complete me. Your she arts fit my he art. Okay, get it? Good. Adam and Eve need to learn how deep is your love. Adam sings of that which Eve yearns. That's Adam and Eve, which Eve yearns to know. How deep is your love? The answer? Adam has loved Eve for billions of years. He grew to understand her, realizing his son, part son, S-U-N, loved her. He was gentle, yet manly with her. Fast forward billions of years to now. Adam has picked up on Eve's timeless emotional states, sang them to her so she could see her unconscious, while he at the same time felt, understood her inner deepest self, himself, by singing, feeling, getting to know, to understand Eve. The answer to Eve's question, where she admits, I really need to learn from you, how deep is your love? Adam's love for Eve is as deep is, at the roots, at the beginning. Her order open up with talk and share. Okay, see this? Roots. Her order opens up with talk and share. Her order opens up with talk and share. He can continue to love her, to know her, if she'll do talk and share with him. Song. To know you is to love, love, love you, and I do. That I do, of course, is a wedding commitment. Do you take this person to be your lawfully wedded bride? I do, Adam knows, therefore, loves Eve, but he admits I just haven't met you yet. Okay, so he loves her because he knows her, but he hasn't met her yet. He fell in love with her based on the ear, what he heard. Earth, E-A-R, earthless. You need to know yourself and your beloved. Michael Buble's song, Just Haven't Met You Yet, resonated with so many people. So many people. I'm trying to get you a nice picture. Because though many people are in relationships, they do not practice talk and share interaction. So they don't know themselves, what they are feeling, doing while relating to the other. So they can't transfer what they're truly doing, how they're actually feeling to the other. And the other can gain no understanding of them, so they haven't truly met the other's heart, mind, and body, because they've not been clearly felt, experienced, digested, understood, so they can't be passed on. So their feelings and love can't be passed on. You can't love what you don't understand, said the Saint Charan Singh Ji. So if you don't do talk and share and guided meditation and get to learn yourself, you can't love yourself. Then you can't send out lovable vibe out for others to pick up on and truly love you. Not give that shallow love for celebrities, like what they give to celebrities. In his important, helpful book, What Would Ben Stein Say? Ben Stein said, no wonder so many divorces. You can't maintain a happy, healthy relationship unless you know yourself and your spouse, and the spouse knows himself. Okay, how am I doing here? Is mom good? Is dad good? If Eve knows she's lovable, Eve is mom. Because she is loved by herself, she doesn't have to go around feeling insecure, needing to constantly be reassured that she is loved by her man. Since she knows she is loved by her father, this is knows, Ken Nietzsche orders breast, W, saved, she is sucked, she knows she is keeping the sucker, the newborn, alive and more healthy than any other source can do. She feels, in other words, there's nothing to match breastfeeding. She feels a well-deserved sense, SENCE, of esteem, usefulness. Plus, the rhythm of baby sucking makes her uterus go back into shape quickly and perfectly. Okay. So I'm saying here that Eve gets self-esteem when she breastfeeds her baby because she realizes she's giving the baby life. You have to eat to live. And what a life, because there's no comparison with breast milk and the baby sucking the breast milk. There's no comparison to that form of eating with a baby. Not formula with those hard rubber nipples. None of that artificial stuff can compare to the mother letting the baby suck her food from her breast, from her teats. The father who puts the seeds in the ground and grows beans and veggies for his family is doing what he should. He's a good man. The man who pays some guy to take a cheap shot and shoot some living, breathing being then presents this full of fear, full of terror, dead carcass to his family as food is fooling his family and himself. Okay, he's being bad, you see, because he's feeding the family something that's not even meant to be food. Some murdered cow or rabbit or chicken, you know. The mother who cooks dead animal bodies, parts, and tricks, bribes, sweet talks her family, especially her children, into accepting fried dead meat, boiled, baked, dead meat is doing a bad thing. No wonder children don't love their lazy trickster parents. They don't do the babies right. Fruits and veggies and beans and rice are the appropriate food. Adam, Michael Buble, admitted during interview with Alan Carr that because he sings the songs that he sings, he doesn't have to cut himself. He sings Eve's feelings and circumstances because he stays on her wavelength and has remained on her wavelength since they were first together in the Garden of Eden, and he knows what she's feeling. When you love somebody, you become them. You lose your identity. Eve is the daughter of the sun, the highest good. He gives light and food without which we could not live. And he, the sun, has been keeping us alive, able to thrive, because we can see for billions of years by his light. Since creation began without charging us a cent. He's been doing this since creation began without charging us a cent. The world takes the highest good, the sun, for granted. Okay, granted. Great Ran Ted. Ted. Transfer energy deeds. Divine source is the sun. Okay. The sun simply transferred his power to see to us, U.S. Us, the personal family of Eve, has the same things happen to them as the United States, the larger family of Eve. And his power, the power of the sun to continue to be to us, the U.S., to have food to eat. Okay? I'll read that again. The sun simply transferred his power to see to us, the U.S., and his power to continue to be to us, U.S., to have food to eat. Okay, he transferred the power for us to have food to eat, by us growing our own food, but still he has to shine on it to give it the impetus to grow, to come up out of the ground and be edible complex. So Cain's love for his mother was edible. So since Eve's life and feelings about the events of her life, which are sublime, has kept Michael Buble, Adam, who sings them, feels them, becomes them, alive, he owes Eve, if not his good life in the upper class, his undying gratitude, just as we the people owe her farther, Father, the Sun, the Supreme Beam, be energy, a mirror. Okay. The sun is the mirror for Eve, Govinda Singh, and the holy royal family, and all the people who come from the sun. The sun is the mirror. He is the good, the highest good. And so they mirror the sun. They become the highest good on the earth. I'm waiting for you to discover that you love me too. This is a poem. I'll just leave it here. This is a song. Infinity. Love for infinity. I'm waiting for you to know I'm important as your muse. It's the hardest thing to stay inspired when your dreams are real and have taken fire. In other words, once you're rich and successful, it's hard to stay interested in the world. Look at what Robin Williams did. He had everything, and he killed himself. He had no reason to live. How do I keep topping myself? What's left to do after I've done my best? Okay, let's decode that. Talk and share helped me pass even the hardest tests. How come I haven't met my true love yet? Yet I, E.T., need the ape to find me. E.T. is Eve, and the ape is Adam. The planet of the sun is all good, clean fun. The planet of the apes get down and dirty if that's what it takes to shake the earth to make her quake. Earthquake. To avoid going to the level of boring, to sun is glowing, melting the snowing, my spirit's slowing, my love ain't showing. Show how, when, highbrow. How to reignite the fire, already satisfied all his desire, all but the impossible one, to have the deepest, his first dream come true. The one wheel light needs dirt to absorb some of her worth, to bring her down to earth. Meet me at the Episcopal Church. I'll be dressed in white. The place will be aglow in candlelight. The bishop will speak our wedding vows. After the adieus kiss, the sweetest little miss will gush, oh wows. Look at this. I think it's bliss. Okay, that's Miles Red Songbird singing to you about Dated Up. Michael Buble will still play back Eve to fulfill his real deal. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.